And up next here, we got another women's fight between Montserrat Ruiz and Jacqueline Amorim. And it's been 2 years since the last time we saw Conejo Ruiz in the octagon. The Mexican fighter, she debuted in 2021 for the UFC and actually got a big upset. She beat Cheyenne Bays by decision, but that fight was very boring. And if you remember Bays at that point, I think Cheyenne Vlispas now was a big prospect for the UFC, and I think they kind of punished Ruiz for beating her in a boring fight. They gave her Amanda Lemos, and predictably, Lemos knocked her out in 35 seconds, and that fight was in July of 2021. Since then, Ruiz has gotten 2 knee surgeries. She cleaned some things out and spent that time away, and now refreshed. She's 30 years old. She still has some time to come back and win some fights if she has gotten her mind and body right. And Jacqueline Amorim, she was exposed a bit in her UFC debut. She had all her fights end quickly with little to no adversity for her before going to the UFC. And then against Sam Hughes in her UFC debut, Amorim got the early takedown. As usual, she took the back. She locked in a deeper naked choke, and it looked like she was going to have an early night again. But unlike other opponents, Hughes survived. After that initial offense from Amorim, she was totally gassed. She spent the rest of the fight running away on the feet, shooting very sloppy, defendable double legs where she was basically just flopping to her back to try to pull guard. And she was trying to attack leg lock submissions off bottom, but didn't have the cardio to get close to finishing them and was just held down, dominated on the ground. Early on in the fight, Amorim is probably going to be a little bit better striker because she's more athletic. She can land that cross. And clearly her grappling and wrestling is very good. It's just if she's going to have the gas tank to not totally gas out after 3 minutes. But Conejo Ruiz, she's a short, compact girl, has a counter-striking style on the feet. She has a good head and arm throw, obviously, and she likes to pressure, wait for fighters to throw, and then counter with the 3-2s, or she'll try to blitz in, put fighters on the back foot, and then get that clinch and get the takedown. And technically, Ruiz has very bad striking. She's low volume, slow, hittable. Her last fight, she got taken out really early with punches. In this matchup, though, I think it would be smart for Ruiz to pressure, try to counter punch, defend some takedowns early, get Amorim tired, and I think she has a great gas tank, Ruiz. She's much more experienced in longer fights, and her main weapon is that head and arm throw. That's her thing. She's excellent at getting it, and once she gets there, she can control position, and she has good scarf hold submissions. In this fight, it's going to be interesting to see if she wants to try to play on the ground with Amorim in terms of judo throws and all that. I think that it would be smarter to just wait until Amorim gets desperate and shoots bad takedowns so you can get on top, because if you do give your back to Amorim, that is a bad place to be. But honestly, I see this as a 50-50 fight, really, from a betting perspective. I mean, I feel like Conejo here is getting disrespected, and I think the line has come down a lot due to that, and I think it's definitely justifiable, because I think she has the better wrestling, long-term striking. She probably has the better striking and cardio. She has the more grit. Amorim is more skilled. She's younger. She's maybe going to show big improvements in her cardio in 4 months, or maybe it was a UFC debut issue. Maybe she'll catch the early finish and have a good night again. But Ruiz has never been submitted. She's a pro about it with the 10th Planet system, and I personally trust Ruiz not to get submitted or knocked out in like the first 3 to 5 minutes. And due to that, I'm going to pick her to win this one via decision. I'm going to say that she survives that first round, and we see a repeat of the gas tank of Amorim against Hughes. I think Ruiz will be able to get some top control time. I think she'll be able to get the better of a very sloppy, bad striking fight. And I think she'll win 29-28 here. So give me the upset and give me Conejo Ruiz to come in here and get the victory.